July 5th, 1942. The growing length of the front line has forced the STAVKA to raise a new front-level formation, namely the Voronezh Front. The STAVKA has further appointed General Konstantin Rokossovsky as commander of this formation. But someone above the Soviet High Command thought that Rokossovsky was not the man for the job. And so this week, while there is this endless and futile tug of war between the Soviet High Command and the guy above the Soviet High Command, the Romanians have reached the Don Bend. Howdy folks, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new weekly episode of War in the East to the online game challenge. And this week we have a new formation arriving on the Eastern Front, and this is the Voronezh Front. But let's say during the assignment of the commander-in-chief of the Voronezh Front, something happened because when I was looking at the logistics report, well, I noticed that apparently Rokossovsky was the commander of the Voronezh Front, but then someone above him, Comrade Stalin, most likely, didn't like him, and he told him that he's a very bad infantry leader, and he removed him, and he assigned Gordov as a commander of the Voronezh Front. It's a bit unfortunate, but still, I think Rokossovsky will take part in some kind of offensives, maybe, I don't know, this year or next year. And while looking at the leaders, I noticed also that the Timofey Shapkin, the commander-in-chief of the 3rd Tank Army, he doesn't seem to be very fit for his job. Despite the number of medals here, he has like 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 4, 1. So, you know, I wanted to replace him with someone a little bit more skilled. And yeah, I think that actually Rotminstrov could be a more fit commander of the 3rd Tank Army. And you know what? Yeah, Rotminstrov will lead the 3rd Tank Army to victory. And besides that, what's happening this week on the Eastern Front? Well, we have events, we have the partisans, the turn summary, we have almost 100,000 losses, of which almost 100,000 have been replaced via the reserve tier boxes, for a total of over 250,000 men on the map. This is crazy. And over 300,000 men received for me and 16,000 for the Axis. So this looks like a whole new division. This looks like a whole new army, more or less. Let's have a look briefly at the losses. We have 50,000 men for the Axis and almost 100,000 for the Soviets. It's not a good ratio, to be honest, because, okay, I have 6.3, but the Axis are now rising. The Axis losses, I would say. Air losses, 141 planes, 105 pilots, 184 pilots, and 268 planes. Yeah, these are, let's say, not light losses, but let's say the Soviet Air Force is now fighting back properly. And if we now have a look at the metrics, the order of battle on the map, yeah, okay, this went down, but this is now going up again. The Axis is a bit dwindling down, but what for me is also, I wouldn't say concerning, but it's interesting, is the manpower pool, because now mine is really shrinking, and one of the Axis is, it's okay. It's stable, but it's okay. I mean, there is still a significant gap in between, but this trend, I don't like it. I don't like it, to be honest, at all. So yeah, I mean, I have some units that will be disbanded in the upcoming turns. So let's see. The problem is that here I have absolutely nothing. Like the Axis wiped out nearly all of the Southern Front that this week became the Stalingrad Front. And yes, I had to rechange the colors back to the original colors of the Southern Front, because somehow the Stalingrad Front had the same color of the Southwestern Front, which I didn't like it at all. So What shall I do? Like, the enemy is now reaching the gates of Krasnodar, and here I see the 23rd Panzer, and here the 22nd Panzer. So I guess here is the first tank army. Here there are some Romanians. Here there are some Romanians, and these units, I don't want to lose them. I cannot afford to lose them anymore. So let's see. Maybe I will launch a small raid behind enemy lines, yeah, I will try to preserve these units for as much as possible, as well as the 140th Rifle Division. This is very unfortunate. Yeah, anyway, to reinforce now the North Caucasian Front and the Crimean Front, I will set the... do I have depots here? No. But I have a rail yard, so let me build a depot here temporarily. And I will... yeah, assign... So the Stalingrad front will defend, of course, Stalingrad. I mean, what a joke. Let's see if I have rail yards. No, I don't have any rail yard here. But the Stalingrad front will defend Stalingrad. And the North Caucasus front will defend Krasnodar. I will try to hold the line over here. Maybe I will dissolve the 16th Rifle Corps into its 3 rifle divisions. But I don't know. I think the resistance of these 3 units will buy me enough time to slow down the advance of the Germans. So I will try to hold the line over here. Maybe I will extend it over here as well to prevent him from flanking me along the Kuban steppe. But also I want to start to retreat behind this river here, the Kuban, and maybe even behind the Kuban over here. And yeah, before I forget, I need to set the reserves arrival hex over here. Because I think it's now time to bring reinforcements to the North Caucasus front. And okay, sorry, I just opened the Excel file with the units that I have to bring this week on the map. And on turn 56 we have 3 units. We have the 195th. I was already double checking some rifle divisions. The 190... Ah! It's already on the map. Okay, that's even better. The 229th. Okay, that's... And since I'm here, let's have a look. Alright, we have some motorized brigades that I can bring on the map. I have... yes... 100 and refit, and I have the 1st Rifle Division. The 1st Rifle Division is this one here. Let me check. 173rd. I don't think it's yet here. The 173rd. No, exactly, so this will arrive next week. Let me check quickly the units that got disbanded. Tank battalions, okay, some cavalry divisions. The 63rd Mountain Rifle. Okay, so just some tank battalions. And, right, the 5th Cavalry Corps, no. No. So these 2 units, I will leave them here. The 61st Cavalry, I will bring it to the map. And this one will be disbanded in 4 turns, so it makes no sense to keep it here. The 245th makes sense to replenish it at full strength. Yes. And so, oh right, I have 2 units here. Nice, perfect. All right. So the goal of this week is to, yeah, let's see. Maybe I will try to encircle this for sure, and if I have the movement points, this cavalry division here of the Romanians, and yeah, I will also pull back as many of these units as possible to prevent them from being encircled and annihilated, because I need their manpower. And yeah, I would say that's the goal of this week. So, folks, without further ado, let's dive straight into this episode. Alright, folks, so I wanted to be a bit brief in this commentary voiceover because this episode will be quite long, and I wanted to briefly talk about the introduction to this episode, which is a theme quite common in War in the East too, which basically is the how the AI is messing up with your command chain, at least when playing on the Soviet side. It's true, I have been swimming in APs for I don't know I don't know how many turns, but I always say to myself I need to go through the chain of command, but I never do it. I always forget to double check, triple check the chain of command. I have some pretty good commanders already in place, but for instance, I'm kind of upset that I think Batov, the guy who led the 24th Tank Corps in the Tatinskaya airfield raid in December 1942, he is now commanding the Southern Front. And he's like of a tank expert. He has 4 or 5 skill points in the mech, say, skill of the commander. So, and the funny thing is that I recall replacing Batov from I don't know if I think it was in the Leningrad front, to put him somewhere else, and somehow I would say Comrade Stalin, or the Soviet AI, all of a sudden replaced him as commander of the Southern Front, and this was incredibly frustrating. Like, especially if you, I don't know, if you play as the canonical scenario in which you don't have all these APs, and you are struggling so much to double check everything, to carefully assign your best commanders to the best armies, or to assign Zhukov to the STAVKA, assuming that he survives in your campaigns, just to see the AI doing this, just to see the AI just mocking you and telling you, hey, look at this, I demoted this guy, so now he lost 1 point in the morale setting, 1 point in the admin, 1 point in the mech, and you're like, come on, like, why are you doing this to me? Anyway, I don't know when I will have the time to again thoroughly go through the chain of command. Maybe. If I survive in 1943, I will. I promise. If I survive, I will dedicate one episode in which I will also, amongst the other things, restructure the Soviet chain of command. Also because I believe that in late 1942 and early 1943, there are quite some good leaders coming up in the Soviet order of battle. And what else could I say? Yes, the raid southwest of Stalingrad. I don't know how effective it will be. But the goal here was just to delay the advance of the Romanians. Like, who the hell uses the Romanians to advance against the Don Band? Like, I don't know, maybe I could move some tank corps and launch a preemptive counterattack against the Romanians, because it would be so good to encircle the Romanians already before winter of 1942. But yeah, let's see. Time will tell, because if I could launch a counterattack along the Don Bend, the situation for the North Caucasus front, well, it looks a bit bleak. So, yeah. Enough talking for now, folks. As always, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you all again, as always, in the next episode.